Hey, how's it going? It's Wednesday, October 17th. It's 11:48 p.m., so it's just um, about to become Thursday. But I wanted to leave a video update for today and yesterday. Um, Today, just real quick, today was nothing too special. Just went to Chinese class, reviewed some more, and came back, took a nap, um, talked to Deanna for a little bit. Deanna, shout out to you. Good luck on your last art history final. Um, Deanna had a total of, or has a total of 3 midterms, so they're all back to back, and she's studying really hard. So best of luck to her. Um, After that, I took another nap. I took 2 naps today, and just did homework, um, and I'm really preparing for my Chinese midterm. Um, I should kill it. I should, based on all of the preparing that I've done. So that's it for today. Yesterday, um, yesterday was a great day. It was Tuesday, so I woke up, had no class until 7 p.m., which is my meditation class. Um, and yesterday, I really felt that it there was good karma in the air or something. Um, it was just a great day. I went to um, Master Jang's or Master Zhang's noodle place, so I had some mian, and after that, I went to Momi Cafe. I got there at 11:30 a.m. and I left at 5:45 p.m. I went there by myself. Janet joined me, and Sarana joined me as well. The Momi Cafe is actually 2 stories, and it's the exact same one, or exact same cafe that we went to in Tongli, the Water Village. So it was pretty cool just to be back in that cafe. Hands down, it's my favorite cafe um, in Shanghai, in the world, or no, in the United States, in Shanghai, and in Australia, and in South Korea. So in all the places that I've been, um, Momi Cafe is my favorite cafe in the world. Um, and there I got ahead on homework. Um, I was able to watch um, the Stanford classes. I sent it to my dad. These are the things that Deanna sent me. So very fortunate to have that opportunity. So I took the time to, look up on listen to some lectures and stuff like that. And I also was able to Skype with Luke and Dan. It was just around midnight their time on Monday, so technically Tuesday. But I got to Skype with them, and I was Skyping in the middle of the cafe, um, and they were just going crazy like they always do, saying "Hey," just stuff like that. Luke was laughing, and I just couldn't help but laugh, and everyone was like looking at me in the cafe. But it was really good to see their faces again, and just to kind of catch up with what they were doing. Um, so shout out to Luke and to Dan when you guys are watching this. I miss you guys. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll definitely keep each other updated. On top of that, I was also able to talk to Corey Hiramoto, for a good I don't know 30 minutes. But it was just like our typical conversation. It was very flattering. It was very um, honest. It was flattering for both sides. That's just how we do. Um, so it was good to talk to Corey. It was good to talk to Luke and Dan. And when we left at 5:45, me, Janet, and Sarana, we went to go get hot dogs at this. I forgot what it was called. It was like Shoko or something like that. But they have like 6 different hot dogs. They're based on places. It's called like San Francisco, London, Macau, Le, not Lebanon. But I don't know. There were like 6 different flavors. So I got the San Francisco, of course, and the London. The London had like bacon, salad, tomatoes, um, and the hot dog itself. They're Portuguese style, so they were like fairly, fairly like thin, like this size, versus hot dogs in America that are like that big. And the San Francisco had like some pasta paste on it, so it tasted like spaghetti hot dog. which is interesting. I probably will not go back there again, but it was cool to try. Um, and after that, we went to class. So, um, like I said, karma was going my way that day. Um, and again, we got to see the Buddha that we saw on Monday. Um, and today or yesterday, I found out that he's actually a Zen Buddhist. Um, so, for those of you who are unfamiliar, there is a difference between Zen Buddhism and Tibetan Buddhism. And Buddhism is the practice that Steve Jobs was very interested in and very involved in. So I don't know if that puts things into perspective, but it's different from Tibetan Buddhism because Tibetan Buddhism starts from scratch. It's supposed to take Siddhartha and his teachings were meant to be able to teach Buddhism to any normal person. Zen Buddhism is a bit different in terms of um, it's it's not more advanced. It's just well, I guess it's more advanced in terms of geographic location. It came from India, and Tibetan Buddhism obviously came from Tibet. So, in terms of resources, in terms of teaching practices, it was a little different. The goal is the same, obviously, to become a Buddha, but the way of getting there is a little bit different. The best metaphor Talasha gave was Tibetan Buddhism takes you from step 1 to 100, and Zen Buddhism can take people who already have experience and can take you from, like, say, 75 to 100. So it's more advanced in that aspect, but they're both essentially the same um, practice in terms of goals. But in class, we talked about attachment, we talked about money, we talked about how money is not the root of all evil, but the attachment to money is the root of all evil. So we talked a great deal about value versus function, because I think there's a common misconception about Buddhists devaluing things, when really it's just uh, what Zen Buddhism talks about, what Tibetan Buddhism talks about, what Buddhism talks about. It's just that, for example, a table is a table. Tea is tea. It's not good. It's not bad. And the reason why we say this is because my value to something is completely different from another person's value. So therefore, if like the table broke, I shouldn't. It's not that big of a deal. There's no independent inherent value to a table, because an ant can see a table as a huge mountain, or a fish could see a table as um, something to sleep under. Um, so one thing that we can't deny is the function of the table. So for humans, to use the table, to sit on it, to read on it, stuff like that. So like a blanket, there's inherent functions of a blanket, but the value could be completely different. And with that, we talked about perception. We talked about emptiness and possibility, how they go hand in hand. We talked about clarity. We talked about reincarnation and karma, which I think was weird karma, that we talked about karma because I had good karma that day. And then we also talked about endurance and tolerance. So the thing I really like about Buddhism, the more and more I hear Buddha speak, is that unlike other religions, Buddhism is a religion in which you take control of your own life, and the way you live life, the way you go about life, is completely up to you. It's completely up to your mindset, and so it goes hand in hand with a whole bunch of motivational speakers, what they're trying to say, what their lectures are on, and it's a good supplement to everything that I'm trying to apply in my life, and it provides um, a different perspective of positivity, and Buddhism is known as the religion that is a very positive religion, and I actually don't like using the word religion because in Buddhism, the teachings are called the Dharma, and the Dharma is something that transcends religion. It's something that is very tolerant. Jack Johnson actually has a song called Buddha, and in one of his in the lyrics, he actually says that he's a Christian Buddhist, and in Buddhism, you know, the goal is to become Buddha, to become enlightened, to reach a state of mind in which you come to know everything, completely aware. And if being a Christian, following God, is a way you can become Buddha, then by all means, it's very tolerant. Uh, and Buddhism is you take control of your own life. You are in control of your destiny. There are going to be um, causes and effects, that shape certain things, just like karma. But it's the way that you perceive them, it's the way that you take them, it's the way that you react to them that makes all the difference. So yesterday was a very great day. I got to learn so much more about myself and so much more about Buddhism, and learn more about Zen Buddhism, which I do want to get into just because Steve Jobs was a Zen Buddhist, and I just want to expose myself to as many different practices of Buddhism and the teachings of Siddhartha, because I have been seeing improvements in my life and with my relationships with people, just being aware. I'm much more tolerant. I'm much more patient, and today actually David Brenman, a guy from Rhode Island who's part of the Queen's programs. He goes to school in Canada. I teach with him at Utes High School. He messaged me saying that he was interested in learning about meditation from me. And the first thing I told him was, I've only been practicing for, I don't know, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6, 7 weeks. But he said, it's been something that he's been trying to do, and from the moment he met me to now, he said that he has seen a difference. So he wants. I told him about my Huangjinjiu, and where I went and what I did, and he's just more and more interested about meditation. So it's great to, it was great and very humbling to receive a message from him, and to receive a message from someone who I didn't think I made an impact on tell me otherwise. So I'm looking forward to grabbing coffee with him. We're going to set up something when I get back from Taiwan next week. Yeah, other than that, I'm just studying for my midterm. After my midterm, it'll be a breeze. Gonna enjoy Taiwan. I think we're planning to go to the hot springs and go to Taiwan 101, which is the world's second tallest building or tower in the world, and stuff like that. So going into Taiwan, just like I did going into Suda, it's with an empty cup. I don't know too much about Taiwan, its history, culture, stuff like that, but I do know that it's very similar, and I do know that they're known for their snacks. That's where boba came from, so definitely have to try a boba. 10 ren came from Taiwan as well, so in those aspects there's some expectations to be held, but I'm going to try to keep them low just so I'm surprised no matter what. Other than that, just studying. This video is coming up on 14 minutes. It's going to cut off at 15, so I'm going to end it now and leave updates tomorrow. See you guys.